welcome back to Steph's Design Space. My name is Stephanie, the lover of all things junk journaling, vintage, pretty paper, and oh my gosh, can we just with this. All right, let's see what we're doing today. Today we are gonna make a pocket with a, what is that called? Like a see-through pocket, right? A see-through, anyway, whatever this is called, we're gonna make it. A little pocket with a little peekaboo hole. Anyway, this one was super fun to make, so let's make another one. All right, if this is the kind of stuff that just makes your heart go pitter-patter, make sure that you like, subscribe, ring the bell, share with your friends. All right, this is 5 inches wide, and that fits really well on a page, right? Like, it could be a little bit longer, but I like it to be no more than 5, maybe 5 1/4 if I'm going to do something that goes on a journaling page. And this is going to be a pocket. I want this on the bottom. If I fold it like this, which I'm going to do anyway, but I'm going to have to cut it and then re-glue the bottom. And that's okay. That's like how you make directional paper work for you. Like, how big is this one? About 4. So give or take, I'm just gonna fold it right there. All right, so I have it folded in half. Well, not half, but I have it folded at 4, which is where I want it. So basically it's like I'm gonna be working with 2 pieces. Because that has to be cut. So first things first, I'm only doing this because I want this. If I would have picked better paper, this would not be an issue. But I want this paper, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay. Oh my gosh, come up. And then I'm going to use this as the journaling card that's going to fit inside. And obviously I'm going to have to trim that down a little bit. But not right now. Okay, I should have just cut this. Let's cut this in half. Like I said, it's like working with 2 pieces of paper, but it's gonna match up really well. Okay, and voila. That is what my pocket is going to look like. Now I'm gonna use some double-sided tape because I'm just tired of waiting for glue to dry. So let me see, because I could use this as a floating pocket if I wanted. So I'm gonna make sure that that is gonna be good if I use it for that. Okay, now before I put those together, I need a circle. Now I have tried my circle punch and it does not get to the center, and I don't want it, see, it just gonna barely, no. So I have cut out a circle, and we're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, that is distracting me. Now I know this is 5, so 3 is center, so right about there, give or take. Okay, so I'm just gonna draw a circle. Like I said, the old-fashioned way, because I don't have one of those cool circle punches where I can just line it up and punch it. And there is nothing wrong with doing it this way. Now, I'm going to cut this out first with my swivel knife. Love this swivel knife because it makes cutting things precise way better. Because it swivels. Now I know I'm turning the paper, but the knife is also like swiveling around. Okay, now that is going to be beautiful for something. Now I'm lining this up so I can make sure that my circle is in the exact place when I stick these together. Okay, so do that. I'm doing this if I'm going to make it a floating pocket. I don't know that I'm going to make it a floating pocket though, so I'm not 100% sure why I need to cut that out. I don't. I'm not going to do both sides. And apparently I'm not going to use an eraser on a pencil. That is not there. True 20-minute videos, including finding all this stuff, right? Right. Ah, get back here. Okay, now, I don't want it bare, so I do have some vellum that I pulled, and it tore, so let's just finish tearing it. Go up there, and I mean, I don't need to use this whole piece. That's enough. And then I'm just going to glue this down on this side. Let's go around the circle. Smush it out so it gets the edges. I am going to stick this down because that may hinder putting in like the journaling card or what have you, right? So there we go, and voila. So without the journaling card, you can see the double-sidedness. Now I could also do it like this, right? So it's like that, or I can do it like this. Either way we can do that. Now I see what I failed to do was ink this up before I glued down the thing. So it is what it is. I would ink up the whole because it kind of covers imperfections, but c'est la vie. Okay, now double-sided tape. So I'm going to put it on this. I am learning that double-sided tape is so cheap. It is cheaper than any of the glue that we buy. Except maybe school glue, right? But like the art glitter glue and the glue sticks that I like that stuff is so freaking expensive. Double-sided tape, I can get like 3 different size rolls at the Dollar Tree. And it holds perfectly well. So I am opting more and more to use up my double-sided tape. And I cut that a bit short. I'll just fix that with a tab of glue. Okay, now, window pockets. That's what I was trying to think of. Ding, ding, ding. She got it. Window pockets. Yeah, well, better now than 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to sleep, right? Get all of these up. So I am filming in advance because we are going out of town Friday during the day. So I am getting Friday, Saturday, and Sundays filming done. Really? So I have a piece of trash that wants to stick. Yeah, so I'm getting all of the filming done as much ahead of time as I can, because I don't want y'all to miss out on anything else. Okay, now I'm going to ink. Okay, it's on there just a little off. It's okay. Nothing that, a quick little haircut, right? Little trim. And around the corners, because that is what I like to do. Oh my gosh, isn't that so beautiful? So beautiful. Now I could do a thumb notch up at the top if I wanted to. Should I? Should we do that? I love it when I stick something down and then If you just run your little bone folder in there, it kind of is like, okay, that's where I need to go. All right, open. I don't know why I always have to look at this stuff upside down, but it is. And I'm just doing like a hair, right? Like just a little bitty hair. Oh my goodness, open. There we go. Ink it up. Oh, let's go ahead and round the top corners. So pretty. Rounded corners. Alrighty, we have that. Now I'm going to take this and make a journaling card. Obviously, I have to cut it down so it fits between the glue. So I want this to shine through for the most part. So I'm thinking I need to cut it right about there. No measuring, just kind of eyeballing it, kind of seeing where it takes us. And it's going to be a tiny bit too tall. So let's just take a little off the bottom. Let's see. Oh my goodness, go. If that fits, yes, that fits in there perfect. Now it does need a little tab, right? But we're going to round these corners. Now this is just a journaling card, so it doesn't have to be decorated or anything fancy. All right, now where is this is the piece I cut. Now, I don't think this is going to be big enough. Oh, but maybe. See, that's why I hold it upside down. You can gauge so much. And then I'm using the eraser part. Look at that. Perfect whale tail from a 2-inch circle. And then this is what I'm going to use as a little tab so it doesn't get lost in the pocket. So just using up what we have, including all of the ink that's in this dauber. Oh, that's too funny. Speaking of daubers, they're out of stock on the website. I will be making more of these, and I'm going to have a few of the tiny wine cork ones. The decoration is going to be different. And then I'm going to have some of the bigger wine cork ones for the live sale. If you're new here, I am going to be having a live sale on the 31st. Most of it is going to be vintage, but then some of it's going to be like the stuff that I make. Like the ink daubers, I'll have some of these and some of the wine cork ones. I'm also going to have some dangles that I've made, depending on how much time I have and how much I get made. But a lot of what I'm going to be on the live sale is the authentic vintage items. So if you are interested and just showing up, it's going to be on YouTube, so it's going to be a YouTube live. I do have a form for you to complete that is on my website. But the reason why I have a form is for the simple fact that if you do decide to buy something, I already have your information. Makes invoicing so much easier. I don't have to chase anybody down. I already have your information. I can send you an invoice. I already have your shipping address. It will make the process so much easier and faster for everybody involved. So if you are even thinking about attending the live sale, please fill out the form. Now that is not in the center, but oh well. Please fill out the form. So you don't miss out on anything. Is that hitting the glue? I guess it is hitting that. I thought it was further down than that. Anyway, it is right on the front of my website. So the strip is about right there. It's about right, I guess. I feel like it is just hitting something. Oh, that's hitting. That's why the back of, I was like, it feels like it's hitting something else. All right, so there we have it. So this is it could be a floating card. Now, when I say floating card, I mean floating pockets. So a floating pocket is a pocket that doesn't get glued down. Okay, so I could put this right here, but I would clip it in. So I don't have a pretty paper clip handy, but you just take a floating pocket and I would just clip it in with obviously something much prettier. So you can take it out, right, and then tuck it in. I could also use that to tuck something under if I wanted, like that, because the paper clip is going to hold it, but it's not permanently on that page. I can take it out. I could flip it around. You know, all that. So that is a floating pocket. So if I wanted to glue it down, I could just glue the back side down and be done with it. I could glue the sides and the bottom and it would be a tuck. I could glue both sides and the bottom and it could be a pocket. So this is very versatile in what you can do with it. But I feel like it needs a little something something. So let's pretty it up a tad. And I am thinking lace across the bottom, I think would look really good. I have been eyeballing this vintage stuff, but it may be too, yeah, it's too wide. I have that problem. Anybody else have the problem where your stuff is either too wide or too narrow? Like trying to find that happy medium, it's exhausting. This might. Okay, kind of. I still feel like it's a little bit too much. No, I could do it like this and have it hanging off the bottom. Because I really like that look also. Okay, that is gonna take some glue. But I could put it like this and have it hanging off the bottom. So if it was on a page, right, this could just be part, I mean, you could put it in the center of your page and this would be hanging and that would be pretty, or you could bring it down. I like that. I like the lace on the bottom. So I'm gonna look at that. How much time do we have? We're doing okay. I have that. Just kind of looking through right now. I'm just looking through all the beige. It's just what I have handy. That I know is too big. That's too big. What about this one? No, I do like that one, just kind of hanging off. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's get Glinda, because that's what I use for all of my material stuff. Lace and so forth and so on. Miss Glinda. And I will have this hanging like that, right off the edge. And I'll trim it up. Let me get my little spatula, because that helps. Let me turn Glinda on. There she goes. Get her nice and hot. That is so pretty. Because this one I dressed up with a flower. I felt, oh my gosh, that looks so, the little applique matched that so good. Knew I was holding on to those for a reason. Right? Anybody else like holds on to stuff and you're like, I'm going to use it someday. I'm going to use it someday. And then when the someday gets here, you're like, yes. So glad I still have that. So pretty. So pretty. Just waiting for her to get a little on the warm side. Okay, this I know is going to be tedious, this little part that keeps wanting to flip up. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just cut that. I don't want to fight with it right now. And this can go into my scraps. And that will get used on a cluster or some little something that I come across. Where do I want this? Right here. All right, this is my guide for the glue. Come on. Because I don't want to do a bunch, but enough. Not to mention the fact that I can feel that she is going to require a new glue stick very soon. And there's nothing worse than having to re-glue where you've been. So I'm gonna get a glue stick. Almost, not quite. I could tell she was getting close to that. Okay, scissors. And we're just gonna trim this off. And I like it. I like it a lot. Oh my goodness, how beautiful is that? Does it need anything else? Y'all are probably going, no, but I don't know. Let's see. I have, where? Ah, here. Just, you know, when you know what's in your stash and sometimes you're like, oh, that one little thing might be perfect. No, where is, and again, I don't know if this is going to be perfect or not. Oh, this is a mess. A mess I definitely need to clean up. But I was wondering if doing a little 3D leaves, like around. No, I think that's just a bit much, right? Yes. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I might like this right at the bottom. Those little eggs, like little bird eggs. Ah, that is neat looking. Okay, we're gonna do that. See, I wouldn't have not even thought about that. Little bird eggs right here on the lace, just tying in the birds, and I don't know honestly when I'm ever going to use the bird eggs, so I might as well do it now. All right, I know I'm a little bit past my 20 minutes, but I did a video earlier this week that was under 20 minutes, so it evens out, right? Right? Are you with me? All right, one good squeeze. Like it. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna call this one done. So we have made a, oh my gosh, I had, what did I call it? A window pocket. Window pocket with a journal card. It is all decked out, and that is gonna look amazing. And yes, you can write on that. If you use black ink, you can write all over that. Oh, and the thing keeps hitting. That's what's doing it. Oh, good gravy. Come on. Come on, man. All right, guys, that is it. We created something beautiful in 20 minutes or less, give or take. Don't forget to do all the things. Follow me in all the places. And if you're interested in the live sale, make sure you go to the website, and the link is down below. And I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a blessed night. Bye.